In this video, I want to give you guys 3 strategies that will eliminate your need for an extractor when you're detailing carpets, and share with you why I rarely use an extractor anyways as a pro detailer. Now, the first carpet cleaning strategy I want to give you guys is simply what I call spray, brush, and mop up. Now, this is something that took me a very long time to learn as a detailer because I was listening, maybe like you, to all of the hype, but what I've learned over time is that light repeated applications of the product that you like using with the brush that you like using, mopping up the after result with the microfiber towel is actually the most efficient way in most situations to get the results you want on particular carpets. The analogy that I would give you is that this is kind of like what Toyota did when they started changing the way their manufacturing was done. They thought, how can we get more efficient so that we don't have to wait till the end of the assembly line to figure out that a product is defective or it's not working? And they gave each factory worker on the assembly line the ability at any moment to pull a lever that actually closed down the assembly line. It stopped things from moving. They could fix the single problem and then start everything up again. A lot of people would look at that and think to themselves, that's going to be the most inefficient way to do things because people are going to be pulling levers and stopping things all the time, and you're going to waste a ton of time because you're giving everybody the ability to hold up the entire operation. I think a lot of detailers think about spraying, scrubbing, and mopping up that way. They think that's the most inefficient way to do it. There's all these other tools and products that make things so much simpler. And what you realize over time detailing a lot of cars is that a lot of the times the simple way to approach things is the best way. Light repeated applications doesn't sell well, but it does work. The only other thing I would add on top of that is to make sure you're using the right product, and a 3-tiered carpet cleaning system like the one you find from P&S or my favorite DS2 carpet cleaner is going to be a fantastic product for both of these. The spray, scrub, and mop up strategy is simple, but it can be simple because the product is so effective. That is what makes that particular strategy work. Now, what about when you're dealing with the inside of the car and it's not so simple as a flat floor mat that you can take out and easily work on all the areas? There are crevices, tight areas, difficult to reach areas inside of a car, and this is where I like to implement a carpet cleaning system. Not the product I'm using, but the approach that I'm using. Most detailers don't have a carpet cleaning system, and so they attack all of the details all at the same time. They see a crumb here, so they vacuum it. They see a tight area there, and they try to brush in there to move the stuff out of the way. Don't do that. Here's the system I like to use. Vacuum everything up, make it really simple and clear what you're looking at. Spray the general area that you want to clean really quickly. Scrub that area with a microfiber towel, with a drill brush, whatever is necessary depending on the severity of the stains you're working with. Then, before I clean or vacuum anything up or mop anything up, I take my steamer and I blast the hard to reach areas. Those are areas that I might have already treated, by the way, with a carpet cleaner. For example, in between the passenger seat and the console, or the driver's seat and the console. Push the crumbs forward or backwards so that afterwards you can go in and easily vacuum up those crumbs because they're exposed in the main area, and the steamer is going to activate the cleaning agents with the heat and pressure in the chemical you sprayed in those tight areas, so that all I have to come back and do is mop them up with a microfiber towel. I don't have to try to shove a brush down there and fix some sort of stain in there. I can get it with a steamer and a microfiber towel. I'm barely introducing any liquid in this system. Now, the third way that I like to clean carpets is what I call kind of the fail-safe way to do it, and all we're doing is adding one extra step to the spray, scrub, and mop up. We're spraying, we're scrubbing with our drill brush, then we're wrapping a microfiber towel around the head of our steamer, and we're scrubbing with the microfiber towel around the head of the steamer after we've scrubbed with the drill brush. Then we come back and we mop it up. The reason this works is because the drill brush gets in between the fibers, which is going to address those stains and kind of difficult, dirty areas, but the microfiber towel around the head of the steamer is going to not just do more cleaning because of all of that heat and introducing just a little bit of liquid to move the chemical around, but you're also going to be using a microfiber towel which is designed to grab dirt, grip it, pull it out of the mat. And so you're getting all of these things done at the same time, cleaning and drying in some sense. And with this strategy, it is always important to come in with a totally dry microfiber towel that's not been used yet and mop it up. Don't use the same towel you're using on the head of the steamer. I promise you're going to get way better results with a microfiber towel that you have not used yet. Now, I want to give you guys a bonus tip to carpet cleaning here. One of the things that I always like to do, because I rarely use an extractor, is I actually keep a second vacuum on hand that I call my wet vacuum. Yes, I can attach an extractor head to the end of this and use it as an extractor, but even more than that, because I basically don't extract in my detailing world because I found so many other ways to do things without introducing a bunch of water that honestly, guys, makes things a whole lot more difficult a lot of the times. That wet vacuum can be used in really dirty situations where I'm soaking car carpet in cleaner, blasting it with my steamer, blasting it with a brush, and then I need to vacuum things up. When you get really dirty car carpet, particularly on the interior, and it's not a removable floor mat, you might have to use a lot of chemical, you might have to use a lot of steam, and you might have to use a lot of agitation. That's going to stir a lot of stuff up, and if you're using the same vacuum for everything, it's going to get that traditional vacuum kind of wet and nasty. I like to have kind of a nasty vacuum that is reserved for me soaking car carpets, not using an extractor, but using a lot of cleaner, a lot of steam, a lot of brushing, and then I just come in and vacuum it up. Mopping that stuff up without vacuuming it first is a really easy way to cause more problems because you're kind of rubbing dirt back into the carpet. It's always easiest to have a separate vacuum that's just wet and nasty, and it's used in this sequence. I spray, spray, spray when light repeated applications doesn't work, and I really saturate the carpet in the cleaner. I scrub with my drill brush. I introduce my steamer to add even more water, suds up that cleaner. Before I bring in a microfiber towel to mop that up, I vacuum everything up with my wet vacuum. Now, to round everything out, the two products that I do suggest using are, like I said, number one, the DS2 carpet cleaner. It's an industrial grade carpet cleaner that I've imported into the detailing business. I think it works fantastically for carpets inside of cars, and it also crystallizes when it gets hard, and so you can vacuum up the excess when you are done if there's any excess left in the carpet. Again, not having to flush things out with an extractor. Secondly, I suggest the P&S carpet cleaning system. Their enzyme cleaner first, their carpet bomber shampoo second, and then their peroxide finisher third. That's probably my favorite system for the light repeated applications approach, which makes up like 95% of my world. I promise, guys, you don't have to have an extractor. If you got some value from this video, make sure to clean up the like button by clicking it and turning it blue, because it's the only way that I know that you guys got some value here. And as always, I'll link up all the products and tools that I suggest for applications like this in the YouTube description box below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. From Luke here at Wilson Auto Detailing, keep working hard, and I'll see you in the next video.